Hi everyone, welcome back to another scrapbook layout video and thank you for joining me again today. Today I am using this collection, I think it's Into the Wild by Photoplay, and I will leave a link below to anything that I use that I can find down below. I bought this collection knowing I wanted to scrapbook Disney photos. Now this collection could go for anything. It could go for, um, safaris, zoos, anything like that. But there are a couple papers, like the one you can see on the left-hand side, that really kind of, to me, screamed like the Tiki Room and the Jungle Cruise, and that's exactly what I'm going to use this collection for, and I really enjoyed the papers. The first layout I was a little slower at because there was more animal pieces or aspects to it than I had originally realized, but I am super happy with the results. And I think, I want to say I did 3 layouts, 1 double page with this collection. And, but then I got my new Doodlebug Easter collection, so I put this away even though I'm not done using it. But I really, if you are a fan of the Tiki Room or Disneyland, the Jungle Cruise, any of those things, this is a really good collection for this. Now, I believe I'm following a sketch. I thought I showed the sketch. I'm not really sure. Maybe that's the last video, or I lost that footage. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but I want to say it's a page map sketch too. So, but I kind of do my own thing with it. Now on the side, I've picked out the papers that I think will look the best with these photos. Now these are 2 photos of my boys, and just outside not even in the waiting area in Disneyland for the Tiki Room, but right outside that, you can kind of see all the kind of native different looks and Tiki Rooms in the background of it. And I think we were just kind of messing around. The only thing I wish maybe is that those garbage cans weren't in the picture, but after a while, I didn't even really realize. So here I'm counting, and yeah, I must be using a page map sketch, and I apologize if I can figure out what sketch it is, or if anybody cares, let me know. But I was just trying the measurements. So I'm using 2 4x6 photos, so I'm kind of just making sure that I want, the papers to be a little bit larger. Oh, actually, no, I don't think I'm using a page map sketch. I am using, that's why I couldn't show it. I want to say it's from Ellie's Studio. When they have a Black Friday sales, sometimes they have on their classes, and one time I purchased it. It's probably not something I would take again, but it was really cheap and you got a stamp set with it. So for the price, really, you paid for the stamp set and got the class free. But so I do have, that is why I didn't share it with you guys. I have the sketches from it, but not the, but I can't show that to you. So it doesn't have the measurements with their sketches, so I'm just kind of eyeballing again and cutting these down. I do believe that I'm going to cut one piece wrong. I like this look. What they have is the 2 pictures on the side. As you can see, kind of how I have it laid out there is how it is going to sit on the layout. But they have some border strips above and below where the photo is mounted, kind of on that pattern paper. So I pulled out this because I thought it would make kind of this, it makes the zigzag border, but I was kind of hoping it would make, how sometimes when you punch something, it leaves something on the paper that's not punched. I was hoping it would leave the zigzag, but it didn't. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, I'll set it to the side. Maybe I'll use it. Maybe I won't. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for. And I do apologize if you can hear my kids in the background. It is spring break, so not much I can do about that. Not like they go anywhere anyway. So anyways, I wasn't sure at this point if I wanted to use that border strip or not, so I am pulling out some other papers. I'm deciding at this point that I really don't care for that dark behind the photos. It just seemed to me like it was not bright and fun and cheerful, and you can see my kids are totally messing around. This is what it was like in Disneyland. Every time I wanted to take their picture, they were sticking their heads in something or looking backwards. But you know what? I love that. And I'm going to do a page that's titled Disneyland with Boys, and it's going to be a bunch of pictures of them. So one of my goals this year is to scrap more Disney and school. I was going to do a goals layout video, but I just keep forgetting and time's getting away from me. So I think I'm just going to mention my goals in my voiceovers, and then at the end, you know, of the year, I will say, hey, this is what I was planning on using, and this is what I got done. So that is my plan at this point. So one thing I was thinking is each month I would do a school layout and a Disney layout. And that's pushing it. I don't know if I'll be able to. I mean, it's already March and this is the first Disneyland ones, although I have done some school ones. But at least if I, you know, set a type of goal like that, I think I will get at least some done. So that is one of my goals for this year, is to try, now that my Easter collection is here from Doodlebug and then the Fairy Garden collection is coming, I can't guarantee I'm going to get any school ones done, but I, at least not for this month or two, but yeah, that is a goal. School and Disneyland, because I'm still not done with 2012 and I have 13, 15, and then obviously all the ones from 2020, which is what these are from 2020 now. It was a little bit sad. It's kind of sad looking at these photos because my daughter couldn't go this time around. You know, she's living on her own and working full time, and she just couldn't get the time off. And so we ended up going without her. So it's kind of weird to have a bunch of photos without her in it. But, you know, I guess that's what happens as they grow up. So I don't let myself get too bothered by that if I can. Now here I decided to go ahead and add this strip along the bottom. Now on the sketch, they have it just going to the edge of like that green piece of paper. But I kind of thought, heck, I'm just going to have a little bit more interest and I'm going to add it and have it go over a little ways. And I wasn't sure. I knew I was going to do the same with the top. You can see I kind of cut some of this paper that has all different words on it. Safari, Wild Thing, you know, those get mostly covered up. So I'm not really worried about what they say. But there you can see I went ahead and punched another border punch, and had it go off the edge as well. So I don't know, you could do either way. You could stop at the green, you could go all the way across the page, or like you can do here, you can have one go one length and one go another. The other thing I was thinking when I was making that border punch was if I wanted to use the border stickers that are on the sticker sheet, you might be able to see them there. So let me talk really quick about this little bucket of wood letters, of alphabet letters. These are alphabet letters that I have pulled. I have 2 buckets of them. I have went through all of my alphabet letters, and you guys know it's a goal of mine to use them up. So the ones that I want to use up that have, you know, half of them there, or I just don't like much anymore, I have pulled them and put them, some of each color, into 2 of those buckets. And those are just the fridge bin buckets. You know, I've got a bunch of those around. So that is what I was doing. I tried looking at the brown letters because I really wanted to use brown, but I didn't have any that I thought would really blow me away. But then I had these are old Doodlebug ones, and the brown color, I love these. These are chipboard, really old Doodlebug chipboard. I don't know if you can buy them anymore. If I can find them, I will link them. But the cool thing was I had all the letters for Tiki Room now. With the little amount of letters that's left with those, I was super excited about that. And I like these because they are chipboard and they're thicker, and they're really, you can really see the title really stands out on the page. So I was super happy about that. And now those stickers, because I used up more, actually went in the bin of ones I want to use up. The ones laying on the side are not ones that I wanted to use up because I don't always have what I need in those small little buckets. But that again is another goal that I have for this year. So I went ahead, and because it's chipboard, I added some wet glue, and I also have this little strip that's from the ephemera pack that says, "You are my greatest adventure." And to me, it really kind of represents the boys in the picture. I mean, if you look at the bottom photo, that's them being them, right? Totally them. And also, I love my tribe because you know, as much as it would drive me crazy sometimes just to get a normal photo, that they were having fun, and that's the point. And so that's who they are. And now I have these pictures to represent them. So I thought I love my tribe would go pretty well right there as well. Now, my favorite part of this whole layout is probably that bird, that toucan bird. You know, if you've been in the Tiki Room, it's got a bunch of birds that sing, and I put him there, and you're going to see what I add next to him later on, and it just works out perfectly. I just love it. So I don't know if I really use any foam adhesive on this layout. I'm just trying to use some of these pieces. I have that one. These are all from the ephemera pack. The bird is from the sticker sheet. The one, says "You are my greatest adventure." The other one says "A wild time." This one says "I love my tribe." I was kind of hoping to use one of these like word stickers, but they didn't have the right sayings for the Tiki room. And then I felt like this "I love my tribe" it needed a little something with it. So I went ahead and I kept, you can see I'm going to put sticker after sticker down and really try to see what I wanted to use. I'm also keeping in mind that behind my photos, I have that blue paper and I'm trying to bring that around. There's lots of browns and yellows around the page, but not as much of the blue paper, that kind of dark blue. So one thing I've been thinking about, and you guys already know this, is using up my wood veneers. So I thought I would just see what I would have. And I remembered my little potty people that I have the wood veneers. You can see I don't have a whole lot left. So I'll have to see. I think I might still have some tucked away in my crop bag because I used to keep my crop bag nice and full. With extra stuff, but since I'm not going to crops anymore, that's kind of been a waste, right? But now you can see the bird. I found some music wood veneers. I don't even know where I got those from. They were in with my birds, and because I was looking for more birds, thinking, the Tiki room, like I said, is the birds singing. But I put the music notes next to that bird, and I love it because isn't that just what I said? It's exactly what the Tiki room is all about. So, excuse me, I played around with this last wood veneer because I have wood veneer in 2 different locations right now. I knew I needed it somewhere else, or I wanted it. I felt like it needed something underneath the Tiki room part, kind of under the T, around that area, maybe around the R. I just wasn't feeling anything. So that arrow didn't look good empty, and so I'm going to take the time to glue it down. I'm letting it dry at the moment before I cut around it. And I'm going to tell you, I don't end up using it. I think, again, I was trying to pull that blue over and I just couldn't, I couldn't get it to look right. So I still have that wood veneer, but that's okay. I'll use it at some point. Then I'm going to, I was thinking this area down here was very empty, and I don't really have any journaling I'm going to do on this page because it's not, there's nothing I need to really journal. They're just having fun. It's outside the Tiki room, and I'll journal about taking pictures of the boys on the other page that I do. So I decided to go ahead and add that strip there, and I actually really like it. It kind of doesn't go with anything, and I don't care that there's no triangle. There kind of will be a triangle at the end. You'll see what I do with the wood veneer. I do add wood veneer along that border strip, but actually that arrow doesn't look so bad here on the video now seeing it there, but I like what I added. I just added some other arrow wood veneers down on that spot. And so like I said, I didn't really care that there was a triangle and I didn't care that there wasn't a triangle. The last things that I do is add a few enamel dots, one green, blue, and yellow. The yellow in the pictures look a little more bright than they do on the actual layout, but it looks really good. And then there's that bird piece that I really love. So I hope you guys like this layout. I had a lot of fun playing with this collection, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good day.